All right, what's up, everyone, and welcome to part two of stepping out of our comfort zone. I wasn't really planning on doing a part two to this. However, I had made a post actually on my TikTok regarding some recent travels that I've done. So I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit and how huge that has been for me, especially over the last 5 years. With stepping outside of my comfort zone. Those of you that know, I had my accident at the age of 20, spent my 21st birthday in a coma. So that's usually when people do a majority of their traveling, right? You're newly out of high school, maybe you're going to study abroad if you go to college, or, really the 20s, your 20s is really the time to do that before you sort of settle down and so on and so forth. So anyway, I didn't really ever feel comfortable with traveling. It just seemed like something that was not really in the cards for me for a lot of reasons. Mainly because dealing with sort of my lack of mobility, especially at the time, I was not comfortable with navigating my way through busy airports with anyone, let alone by myself. So traveling was always, especially with the respect of flying and, heading in and out of airports and then going to a completely foreign environment and setting myself up in a situation where I had to navigate my way through unknown areas, uneven terrain, hustling, moving around, something that I have gotten good at now, but I was sort of afraid to do or intimidated by, I should say, was, getting on and off airplanes. You got to have your boarding pass, on your phone. You got to have your passport. You got to have your suitcase, your carry-on, whatever it may be. So there's just a lot of moving parts when it comes to traveling for everyone. And I think we tracked our steps. My wife and I just got back from Italy. And if you go to my TikTok page, you'll see a brief, little clips, and I go into a little bit of detail there. But on one of my posts, I go into a little bit of detail with respect to traveling and what that's like, and what a growth period it has been for me, especially since I've been with Kayla, my wife. She's I'm not even sure how many countries she's been to, but it's a lot. So it's been a pleasure to kind of be exposed to this world of traveling, because it's something that I didn't really think I could do for a long time. So that's been a really cool aspect of my recent getting out of my comfort zone. Over the last 13 plus years, I've stayed pretty local. Any traveling I did was, very little had to do with airplanes. A lot of just, any traveling I did was pretty close by. And so far I have flown to the other side of the world, went to the Maldives for a honeymoon, and we just went to Italy, and very blessed to be able to do that with our work schedule. And, it's not easy to travel all the time like that, but it is something I feel like that I had been missing out on, a piece of my life that, it just didn't seem like it was in the cards for me. So what I found was dealing with getting in and out of the airports, handling multiple things, utilizing my coordination in different avenues throughout the entire time. I mentioned the boarding pass, passport, luggage thing. We actually almost missed a train in Italy. We had to take a train to get to our next destination, and we were on the wrong platform. So for the first time, and I can't even remember how long, really long time, I had to literally sprint with a backpack full of luggage, my carry-on suitcase, and all of our belongings. And I had to literally sprint and then keep up with my wife. And luckily we made the train, but that was an area that I shocked myself. I haven't ran like that since before my accident. So we were laughing when we got on the train, because it was like was like, I didn't think I could sprint like that, but I was moving at a really good clip, no issues. Didn't, I don't know how pretty it looked, but I didn't fall, I didn't even trip, and I just hustled and literally just sprinted up these stairs, across the platform, then down these stairs, and we made our train. And then just being in that foreign country, navigating around and walking miles and miles a day is just something that I didn't really think I could do. And I brought some workout bands because I wanted to make sure that I could, keep up on my other fitness and exercises out there. But if you have an opportunity to travel, don't be intimidated to do so. It is by far one of the most rewarding aspects of some of the therapy that I've done. Like I continue to say, everything is therapy, and traveling just happens to be one of the more fun ones if you can pull it off. It's not always easy with work schedules. It's not always the cheapest thing in the world, but it's been a huge blessing, and I'm fortunate enough to have someone who loves to do it with me. So, with respect to all that, this is Getting Out of Your Comfort Zone, Part 2. And if you get an opportunity to travel, don't be intimidated. Don't hesitate. Just go for it. You'll probably surprise yourself, like I have, and enjoy every little aspect of it. So, hope this helps. And all right, take care. See ya.